Hello, my name is Hans. I'm going to talk about action network modeling. And basically, what I want to talk about are two things. I'm an architect and I work in academia, and together with my colleague Scott, we developed the methodology of change, which we tested in a summer school in Spain in 2018. It's our observation somehow that architecture and academia is kind of increasingly limited in understanding the city, and therefore it's not taking a stance. It's not as socially engaged as we want it to be. And at the same time, we feel there is a lot of things going on, like this event, right? We see urban actors, we see citizens. You see here on the upper left, you see Kalkbreite. Not only the house is interesting, it's actually the process that led to that house that we're interested in. And out of these citizen-led projects come a lot of good ideas, alternative ownership models, new ways of cohabiting, stuff like this, which actually at the same time inspire also actors like architects or academics that are not in the mainstream but maybe a bit on the fringes, and starting a new kind of academia. So we feel, we're teaching at ETH, architecture studios, and we thought that kind of the architectural design studio should help and regain its legitimacy, right, towards society by embracing these new ideas which come from groups like Nena 1 or Architecture for Refugees or Power Coders. So we said, instead of just making an object O, right, we wanted our students and architects to design for actors, objects, and processes. It's just developing not a house, but a house within what we call an action network, right? So we kind of feel that if you engage these networks, if you research them, right? On the lower left you see a sketch. If you really try to understand city life, you have an ideal base to create more than just a house. Maybe find desirable alternatives as these citizen groups find. And well, the good thing is you don't have to start from scratch. You can use a lot of existing research methods, academic methods, and you just combine it in a new way, maybe transdisciplinary, and then use what we like to call action network modeling. We tested it out in 2018. We went to Coruña, Spain. It's a financial crisis decimated the city. 20% of the building stock is abandoned. A lot of people at the same time have no house, and we thought this is a valuable subject that we wanted our students to engage in. So we partnered up with the architecture department of the University of Coruña. We partnered up with the Coruña City Council, many local actors, and we started a research project. After the research project, we made a summer school. And because we wanted to not have an academic exercise, we also did citizen forums. So before that summer school, we had student volunteers who mapped. You can see here in the city there's 1,500 abandoned buildings. The students mapped the buildings, while at the same time on the upper left you see we had sociologists interviewing, mapping the actors. So we felt you don't need to only have knowledge of all the houses, you also have to understand all of the affected people. And further on we had the research team of economics, law, engineering, sociology, ecology. For many months, local academics and experts, they did research on the processes. Because we said we need a bit of a base to change. So in September 2018, we made a summer school. In academia, you have a bit more liberties. When you do a summer school, it's like, yeah, you can just let them do it. It's just a summer school. So we had 25 students, interdisciplinary. We say, if we want to change, it is about actors, objects, and processes. That cannot just be architects. It has to be sociologists, art students, politics students. We brought them all together, and with this methodology, we had them synthesizing citizen narratives, using mapping software, doing investigative research, and coming up what we call with action network models. So first they analyzed with all the normal tools, and then they started to conceptualize it. They got a lot of inputs. You see a bit here on the upper left, right? These interdisciplinary students that had to talk. You see the guy that's a banker actually, so we brought a banker into the studio, we brought a squatter into the studio, we brought the mayor into the studio. They had to develop strategies to create access to affordable housing, which was still for a house. As you can see here, this is the output. So they had to create access to this house, but not only maybe make a couple of nice adaptations, but they also had to design the network. They had to design which actor works together with what actor and uses which article of the Spanish building law to create actually access. What is really important, we feel, for a socially engaged working or a socially engaged architect or academic is also to be open, right? So we created a website, we talked to media, we made citizen forums, we made exhibitions in the city, because we felt we wanted to break that academic bubble. Our studio was in a citizen center at the time. Because the whole goal of our methodology is we don't want to create architects, we want to create citizen architects. We want those young people to create the cities of the future, but not just the nice spaces, but also, let's say, inclusive spaces, right? So what we call for in academia and architecture and beyond, enable students as actors of urban change, teach and design interdisciplinary teams, go in the street, conduct urban walks and in-situ lectures, engage students with society's most pressing challenges, right? Don't teach you what you know, have them help you find solutions for really pressing problems. So go off campus. We want you to activate citizens through architecture and forums. Be creative, be political, and use agency, objects, and processes, and very importantly, right, identify problems, conceptualize, analyze, and at the end, politicize. Thank you.
Hans, wir haben uns vor 17 Jahren kennengelernt. Ich frisch von Amsterdam in der Schweiz und ich war neuer Assistent am ETH und er war im ersten Semester als Student. Er war damals schon sehr eloquent. Ich wusste aber nicht, ob er dann irgendwann mal in die Wirtschaft wechselt und ein Banker wird oder ob er wirklich in der Architektur bleibt. Und per Zufall seit ein paar Monaten, 2-3 Jahren, treffen wir uns immer zufällig. Und ich bin sehr erfreut über die Entwicklung, dass du nicht Banker geworden bist. Und ich bin auch wirklich beschäftigt mit Netzwerktheorie. Per Zufall habe ich mit dieser Methode doktoriert. Also das wusste ich jetzt, habe ich heute erfahren. Und die Methode zeigt dir wunderbar auf die Power of Collective. Das heißt, kein Architekt handelt alleine, kein Mensch handelt alleine. Nur im Kollektiv kommen wir weiter. Da sind wir auch dann bei der Geschichte der vorgehenden Präsentation, der Power of Collective, die Kooperation als wichtiges Arbeitsinstrument und das Politische, das eben diese Allianzen schmiedet, bildet und zusammenbringt, um im Leben weiterzukommen, als auch hier ein wichtiger Change